Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. If the music is too loud in the background, please tell me, because I do not know if the music is too loud or not. We hit 43.990. If we zoom in nicely over here, there was another, hit over here. Maybe we did 440 up here. 44k, guys. 44k. Music good. That's nice. That's nice. So, of course, we gotta have a stream. I just wrote on Twitter. Do we have Twitter up here? No, we don't have Twitter. Let me check it up here. Twitter. No. Tile crypto. Not now. Cannot actually see anything. Don't have Twitter on. Doesn't matter. We don't need Twitter. I just wrote on Twitter. I'm a little bit unsure about what to tweet. Should I tweet something like "Woohoo! 44k Bitcoin"? Be very excited about it, or should I be like, "There's too much FOMO"? But it doesn't feel like FOMO, guys. It doesn't feel like FOMO. I don't know if that's because I can read the charts, or if that's because I'm sensing it might be very, very soon over. So it's a little bit emotional, weird emotional feeling, because we are at 44k and we are pumping kinda. But the FOMO kind of gets me, and altcoins are not pumping, and everything seems like it might actually be coming to an end. So it is not a good feeling. I don't have a good feeling about it though. It is nice, and it was expected, but I don't have a good feeling about it. How's everybody in the chat, by the way? Tila, you said no more alt season. What about like a rotation from Bitcoins to alts? We are expecting alt season, but it looks like alt season is gonna wait until the 2025. If you watched Bitcoin Daily today, earlier in the morning, you would see that we talked about altcoins, and altcoins seem to have done the thing. If you go to the weekly time frame on altcoins, since October, altcoins have been actually pumping big time, right? Altcoins have been pumping big time since October. Over here, you can see up here, September, October, like everything was on bottom, and then everything did, these big moves. Something did only for like 50%, but there was definitely coins that did like 200, 300% moves. A lot of coins did, 100% moves. This is Phantom up here right now, and Phantom is getting above the 50 moving average, so there is definitely reasons, and Phantom did 122% move towards the upside. Over here it was actually, it overshooted a little bit, but 100% give or take. And you can see up here, I mean, if you see this chart up here, this is a very good chart, especially if we close above the 50 moving average, 200 moving average, another 50% towards the upside. So when Bitcoin gets to 46k, are we gonna have this altcoin, intermediate season where altcoins pump like another 50, 100%, 200% or something like that? It could definitely happen. I'm a little bit on the on the scary side, because Bitcoin is coming very, very close to this, our targets up here at the top. Just remove a couple of lines, and as you can see up here, let me just remove these lines on the bottom side because they are no longer very interesting to us. We talked about these lines. But you can see up here that, and let me just move this because I, moved a little bit too far. Wait. No, this one I moved a little bit too far, like this over here. There we go. And as you can see up here, this area up here, the blue box is the monthly resistance level. So we got two very major monthly resistance level, and it also corresponds nicely with these channels, right? So let me just remove the moving averages as well. And we are very, very close for it, and you can see that this move up here is extremely fast and extremely big. And once we broke this 32k levels up here, we are just exploding. We were actually exploding from the bottom over here all the way right now towards the top, and this move is coming very, very close towards the end. So the big question right now is whether we are gonna have the altcoin season once Bitcoin gets up there. Will we get this rotation from Bitcoin and Ethereum into the altcoins? It's all a big big, you know, question mark what's gonna happen next, but you know, we are getting very close to that. And this last move up here from the bottom towards the top is 66%, a little bit more up to 46k, is something like 75% move towards the upside, which is very nice. All the way from the bottom wick is 85%, all the way from the bottom on the downside is 200% move towards the upside. So this is what we're actually looking for. We are looking for this 200% move all the way up to the top 46k.5, 46k give or take. I've been saying between 46 and 45k. There is also, yeah, 45.5 all the way to something like, you know, 50k. These are levels I've been looking for, but I don't think the, you know, 50k is gonna happen. I don't think 49 is gonna happen. I don't even think that 48 is gonna happen. And the big reason 48 is not gonna happen, because for some reason there is, you know, there is some Fibonacci level. Let me do the Fibonacci over here. Let me just find the Fibonacci levels. There is some Fibonacci level up here. Here it goes, 0.0, yeah, that's the 0 point something level, right? 0.618, this level over here, 48.5. So everybody's looking at this, you know, 48.5 level. And you know, when I say everybody, I mean literally everybody, because everybody's doing the TA with this, you know, crappy stuff, you know, Fibonacci's and, you know, Elliott waves and volume profiles and stuff like that, right? They don't know how to find the resistance level and draw nice lines. So they're looking at these levels, and they're looking at this 48.5, and I don't think we're gonna reach 48.5. 46, yeah. 45.5, very likely, because major resistance level, right? But 48, no, I do not think so. So I think we're gonna come very close to this 48.5, and I think we're gonna, sorry, not 48.5, 46k. So close to 48.5, but we will never reach 48.5 because way too many people are looking at this level. And you know what I think about Fibs, you know, it's a scam to get people to not understand, you know, where the price is going and stuff like that, right? So this 46k level up here is very likely. But you can see right now, there is not lot you know, it's like 5-6% more towards upside. Yesterday we pumped 5%, right now it's up at 4%, was up at 5%, I think. You know, we have already been pumping, you know, yesterday pumped 5%, something like that, right? Where is it? 6% from the bottom towards top, we closed at 5%, and right now we, you know, from the bottom towards top, it's also a 6% move. So these are two 6% moves. So another 6% move up here, you know, up here towards upside, 5-6% move, you know, it gets you to the target, and it goes very fast. And always these moves, they do go very fast. You can see up here from the very start. These are the moves. Everything else is just, you know, zigzag getting you out. But these moves go very fast, very fast, right? And there are not a lot of these moves. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 moves. Everything else is a zigzag pattern. Everything else is a consolidation pattern, you know. There are not a lot of these big moves. And right now this and you can see every single time we had one of these big moves, we had something, you know, after it. Big move, something after it. Big move, something after it. Big move towards downside, something after it. Big moves towards upside, something after it. And right now we're getting at this big move, so we're gonna get something after that. So another question that rises up after we hit 46k is, are we gonna get, you know, something like over here? Are we gonna get just big pullback right away? Are we gonna have altcoin season once we hit the 46k level? Too many questions that needs to be answered. Too many things. But I am on the side that there is it's gonna be very hard to hit some kind of, you know, 50k level, 60k level once we, and we can see also here right now that you know, daily RSI is at 81, which is quite high. It doesn't matter how you look at it. I mean, we have been up here at you know, 60, up here we have been at, you know, these 48 46 levels up here, and this stop up here has been that, and we pull back, and right now we're creating higher, but the RSI is going towards the downside up here. This up here, the very first move at the end of the January, created this, you know, 90 RSI on the daily, and then we went sideways, consolidating and pulled back all the way down to, you know, some kind of, you know, 30k levels over here, right? But these levels are very hard to hit. So, you know, even on the daily time frame, RSI very much overbought. On the weekly time frame, we are super overbought on the weekly time frame up here. This is 84 levels. You gotta go back, you know, to the top of the 2017. You gotta go back to these tops over here to get even close to these kind of levels, and you gotta go on the entirety of this, you know, phase up here at the top to get to these kind of, you know, RSI levels. So this move up here that right now started going towards the 46k level, it is very much so overbought. That means that maybe it does not mean anything, you know, it could just consolidate up here at top and continue towards the upside. I made mistake before believing that, you know, for whatever reason, overbought levels means that we are going to dump towards downside. That does not mean that, but there are other things that we are looking at that are telling us that we could actually, in fact, dump towards downside. And I don't think the dump towards downside need necessarily come, you know, straight away over here towards downside, but you know, some kind of move is gonna happen. But you can see up here on the RSI, we are very, very high on the weekly RSI. These are not small time frames. Now the good thing on the monthly time frame, we are only sitting at 60. And up here it's, you know, it's 90 on the monthly on the top, right? So we are not even close to the top, guys. It's a good thing. We can go to another chart up here and you will see up here on the monthly time frame that we are good. We are good. Right, the top up here is at 90, right? That's top up here. The top up here is at 90, that's top up here. The top up here, they are 90 up here, right? These two tops over here, they are 90, right? So we are not top. So it's not 2025 top, but it is some kind of intermediate, you know, halftime top, right? So we have a soccer match and it lasts for 2 parts, and the first part is getting done. So, you know, we're gonna get some kind of, you know, some kind of consolidation, some kind of pullback, stuff like that, right? That said, as you can see on the monthly time frame, no, we are not at the top. It's good. I think it's good. So it's a good thing that we are not at the top. That means that, you know, we will have more, there will be more pain and suffering towards the halving and after the halving. But as somebody said on Twitter today, or X today, I read it, retail is not here yet, guys. This entire pump since the start of the January, at 1 year's time, it was only crypto fanboys pump. There is nobody else here. Your mom is not here, your dad is not here, grandparents are not here, nobody's here. You know, retail is not here, office workers are not here, the man in the street is not here. We good, we okay. It was only the kill the bears pump, and once right now that bears are, you know, saying that, you know what, this is gonna go parabolic, we have to pull back. But it's not done, right? So on monthly time frame it looks good. On the weekly time frame it looks like, you know, we are getting to the top because we are getting extensions up here. We are getting extensions. The momentum on the MACD is rising too fast towards the upside. So over here we are rising too fast towards the upside into the major resistance level. And this is major resistance level. 46K is not some kind of, you know, daily level that we are trying to break or anything like that. It is a major resistance level that needs to be broken. And when you're going with a full speed into that, you know, into that major resistance level, you oftentimes fail to break that. So what we want to see is consolidation up here and then break that towards upside, right? So it's gonna happen. But as you can see, monthly time frame is all good. Let's continue with the chat, see how's everybody else doing. Jurgen, what's up? Adopter Alan, yo Cryptorust, what's up? Dodge Daddy time. It's Dodge Daddy time, definitely. Fire Cannon is madness. Can't believe such things this cycle. Dr. Fragrance. Yeah, somebody, the 500K comes from a Bloomberg tweet, or, you know, Watch Your Whale or whatever it's happening, tweet. Yeah, Bloomberg said that, you know, this might be start of the next super cycle and the 500K is in the books. But, you know, the super cycle, as somebody mentioned in the chat, lasts for like 8 years plus, 20 years super cycle. So, you know, maybe in 20 years, Bitcoin is going to be 500K. I still don't believe that's going to be the case, but, you know, I like to, you know, I like to, you know, say that because, you know, we need adoption. So there is that. Ooh, Dr. Karlov, how you doing, man? I read in the chat that you took some money, you know, some profits, like my wife would say, you know, profits are profits. Even if it goes up, you got profits, right? You can't be mad at profits, right? Dodge Daddy gonna crash it all. Dodge Daddy. Maybe we're gonna play Dodge Daddy at the end of it, just to crash everything. Final live stream my time. Australia morning. Play the bull run. Alfush. Music good. Holy cheese, what a pamperoni we got today. Yeah, pamperoni. Oh, that's actually a nice name. We're gonna use pamperoni from now on. That's a nice word. 45k, here we come. Exactly. Anthony, good morning. What's up, man? Wait, how you doing, man? I'm excited, but I still don't think the moon will happen yet. Nah, the moon won't happen yet. Like we just saw on the monthly time frame. We have room to go to 90 monthly top, you know, but we are not quite there yet. Let me find here on X another chart. I'm gonna show you a chart that I posted on. On Twitter not so long ago, and the same way we knew that it was the bottom is the same way we're gonna know it's the top, right? So let me just find up here. I got to scroll through a whole bunch of, you know, stuff up here because I do post a lot of crap. But you should definitely follow me on Twitter because even though I post crap, it's exciting crap, you know. It's exciting crap. Interesting crap. So, you know, follow me on Twitter, guys. Let me see if I have some kind of, you know, nice chart on over here. Best worst case. Yeah, there is this chart over here, for example. We can talk about this up here for whatever reason. You know, wait, copy image. You know the ETFs, right? So ETFs have a deadline when they're gonna be approved, and I think this chart over here is interesting. Or Excel sheet, spreadsheet of the data of the ETFs, right? So they got a final deadline. Now, the interesting part about this, because these are different ETFs that are being, you know, filed, and the interesting part is that, you know, they correspond very nicely to the March, April of 2024. So they correspond very nicely to the halvening. You know, I don't know if this means anything or not, but you know, they do, you know, most of these correspond very nice to the halvening. So, you know, there is that. So whether that's gonna be the case or not, I don't know. But we also said before, like ETFs is a dead sentence to Bitcoin. We do not want ETFs. We want to have, you know, ETFs in front of us, but we don't actually want ETFs, because once ETFs come here, it's over. Right? Right. Once ETFs comes here, you know, it's pretty much over. Let me find the chart. I think we gotta go a whole way back. Wow, I do post a lot of crap. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Wow, this is way back. Give me a second, guys. I know it's kind of boring, but you know, I posted something, and the same way we're gonna know that we are at the top is the same way we knew that we are at the bottom. It's gonna be the same line, the same charts, the same data, and I just have to scroll whole bunch of, let me try to do it like this over here. Twitter, my Twitter highlights. Did I post on highlights? No. Okay, then scrolling more down. I think it was a long way back. April. March. Wow. I posted so much stuff on Twitter, guys. I posted so much stuff on Twitter. I can't believe how much I post on Twitter. And most of it is just crap. I should only post like once a year, and every post I make should, you know, be very significant. This is the boring, by the way guys, this is the most boring part of the stream, and it will get very much better eventually. Let's see up here, we January. I've scrolled all the way back to January. I scrolled 1 year back in time and I still can't find the damn thing, but I'm sensing we are very close. I'm sensing we are very, very close. Because I remember I posted when we were at the bottom. There, how is this not the bottom? There, I found it. So here's the chart. Now there are actually 4 charts, right? There are actually 4 charts I posted up here. And the first chart is up here. This is the first chart. How is this not the bottom? That was the tweet. I'm gonna pin it to my profile so you guys can check it out. How is this not the bottom? So this is the stock RSI on the very, very bottom of this monthly time frame. You can see here on the very bottom down here. How is this not the bottom? Because last time that was the bottom, time before that, that was the bottom. So how is this not the bottom, right? And the tops are also all the way up here, right? All the way up here. The tops up here, actually these tops up here are not actually very good because they just continue pumping towards the upside. But this bottom up here, you know, how is this not the bottom, right? That was the first chart. There are more charts, and all charts need to correlate with each other, right? Copy image up here. This is the RSI. This is the RSI on the monthly time frame of Bitcoin. You can see down here we are at some kind of 40 levels, right down here. We did push down, and this was at 20k. This over here was also at 40k. This was also at the same time. At the same place, we were, you know. How is this not the bottom? But also, the way we're gonna know that it's top is when RSI comes to 90 levels, because these are 90 levels, right? That's another way we're gonna know that we are at the top, and right now we are not at the top, right? Copy image. This is the third chart. This third chart. Now this over here is my own indicator, which is actually very good. And you can see up here oversold levels on the monthly time frame. Oversold levels. Down here, down here, down here, and down here. How is this not the bottom? And once we start going all the way up here towards the top, we're gonna see that, you know, we're getting higher highs, and at one point, you know, it will be some kind of top. Over here there was a top, over here there was something. The same way we're gonna know how it was the top is because, you know, we're gonna have this chart. But the charts are the same. The only thing we have to do is look at the big time frames, and we're gonna know where the top and the bottom is. This is the Bollinger Bands. They expand, you know, hugely up here at the bottoms. Sorry, once this actually pulls back, once this pulls back, the bottom is over. Pulls back, bottom over. Pulled back, bottom over. Pulled back, bottom over, right? And the same way, but this doesn't tell you actually. And when it expands towards downside, all the way down here, that's actually over. So let's look at a Bollinger Band, because it's a long time since we looked at the Bollinger Bands. We're gonna go to the monthly time frame. We're gonna go to a little chart, and you can see up here it's not the top, guys. It's not the top. We are just in this phase over here, this phase over here, this phase over here. But when you see Bollinger Band starts doing this over here, you know it's over, right? You know it's over. Once it gets down here, right, these levels over here, you know, it's pretty much over, right? So we don't know how we're gonna find the top, and we know, you know, where the bottom comes from. But it's the same way, it's the same way. And the only thing that we can say right now is that this weekly move, it is extended. It might be some kind of intermediate top over here right now, but we do not believe that it's, you know, 2025 kind of top. So yes, there is more upside. Unfortunately, not right now, the way I see it. What is the donation goal? Donation goal is, you know, I've seen a lot of these, you know, Twitch guys, you know, doing donations, and, you know, they're putting goals, and they're like $1,000, $2,000. But I'm like, this is crypto channel. This is gonna be first. I'm gonna be first guy in the crypto space that gets, you know, 1 million in donations. I don't know. Probably somebody else is getting 1 million in donations, but you know, we gotta have, you know, realistic goals. No fibs. Phantom is way down from yearly. The ETS might not get accepted sometimes next year, who knows. they might get yeah, but next year. But as you saw on the chart that I just showed you, the ETFs have, you know, final date exactly on the time when we are getting the halving. So, you know, it's kind of sketchy. My cat is here. Hi cat, how you doing? I love barbecue sauce. A friend of mine advised me to sell Bitcoin before it's too late, so we are going in a good place. Nice. If there were a large scale global adoption, price could be over $1 million. Some girl just followed me on Twitter, and she's you know, wife, 3 kids, something like that, and I was like, and this is usually, you know, when girls follow me on Twitter, it's usually, say, you know, these bots with images of, you know, hot girls. But this time it was actually a legit person followed me on Twitter. It was a middle-aged woman, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, if a middle-aged woman from USA is following some guy on Twitter, in crypto on YouTube, that's doing technical analysis on Bitcoin, we are probably very, very close to some kind of top. You know what I'm saying? You know. Can you please shield Grom? No, it's up 3x. I can shield Sandy or IQ. ET, مش عارف كم تشلوها برمان. But I could, you know, I shield the stuff that's actually on the downside. It could be like in the future get approved and it was stopped in 2018. Yeah, something like that. But you know, if it gets approved next year around, you know, halving, you know, halving is not the top. It might be later. Maybe it's gonna get extended to 2025. Who knows? They get extended all the time. A lot of retails got wrecked like site. I still have a feeling most are still not back. Yeah, the retail is not here. Definitely not here. Bears wrecked into the cosmos. Yeah. How's the stock RSI doing now? Yeah, let's look at the stock RSI. It's long time. I don't use stock RSI, so it's long time. But you know, I do know that you know, I do like to look at it, you know, from time to time. So let's look at stochastic up here, and this on the monthly time frame. Well, it's not good, I can tell you that. Okay, we are at the top, guys. I was wrong, we are at the top. Now stochastic goes very fast up and very fast down, but you can see up here on the monthly time frame it is up. It is up at these stops up here. Luckily for us, these stops up here, you can see up here, also up here at the top, it was very, very high. Let's use logarithmic chart so we can see actually over here what's happening. But the top up here came, you know, the top on the stock RSI came over here. You know, and this top up here came on the top. So we had a double top up here, but the first top was over here. And the first, you know, the first start up here, you know, it started, you know, doing this up here all the way up here towards the upside. So, you know, it was not the top. So you cannot say actually that RSI says it's the top. But it might be some kind of, you know, intermediate top up here, right? These, you know, pulls up here towards the upside. And this up here was, you know, this candle over here, and then continue for a couple of more candles towards the upside up here. So, you know, top didn't come actually before it actually start pulling back. But right now we are very, very high, unfortunately. But even the stock RSI right now tells you that, you know, high. And stock RSI is high. The weekly RSI is high, the weekly stock is high, the weekly RSI is high, everything is very, very high right now. So, you know, and my own indicator down here is tell us that monthly is actually, this is a weekly time frame. So weekly time frame right now is at these very highs. It's not all the way up there where the euphoria is. This is euphoria high. We are not quite there just yet, but we are high. Let's see the monthly time frame. Yeah, we are not actually that high right now. We are not that high right now. We are not that extended. So we are slowly moving towards the upside. The daily is actually going pretty fast towards the upside, and you can see up here on the daily time frame that we got a couple of, you know, very nice tops up here, right? These extensions, these are big extension top up here as well. This over here is extension, right? And then continue going towards the upside up here, and this was also extension up here. So we are not quite over here yet, but you know, if this continues, you know, to 46k, sorry, this is 41.42k. So yeah, this is 42k. Let's me do another chart up here. We are actually at 10 right now because this is live chart. The BLX is not this chart up here. Bitcoin liquidity is 1 day old chart. It's not live chart. So we're gonna go to a live chart up here, and you can see up here we are at this, you know, some kind of overextensions right now. This is my own indicator. It's called the TLA overextension indicator, and you can see right now we are at some overextension level. So you know, thinking that for whatever reason we're gonna just, you know, immediately break through 46k is very, very hard to believe for whatever reason, right? So we are not quite there just yet. We don't believe that for whatever reason we're just gonna break through 46k. But you see, yeah, I mean, there are definitely, you know, on-chain lines that are telling us right now that we are overextended, hitting that major resistance level very, very soon. It is a FOMO move. If you remember down here at 38k level, we said that this extortion pattern up here, breaking towards the upside, will create this FOMO move towards the upside. And it is hard not to FOMO in right now, because people who cannot read the charts, they don't know what's happening. They think this is just gonna go towards the upside. I remember back in 2017. I remember back in 2017 when this was I couldn't read the charts, but we FOMO'd up here, and when this move was starting happening, this move over here, you just think it's just gonna continue towards upside, because you don't know where the lines are, you don't know how the price move, you do not understand what overextensions are, you do not understand what fair price of something is, right? You just think it's just gonna continue towards upside, right? That's why you get these double tops and stuff like that, because people start selling up here, people who can read lines start selling, and it starts doing these moves up here because they're selling while the guys that have a lot of hopium, they are buying, right? And then you get these zigzag patterns at the top. That's very normal thing to do, but most people don't understand what's happening on the charts right now. We do. We are a different kind of beast. We're a different kind of animal. We understand the market psychology, we understand the lines, and we said that once we break through this, the FOMO will be great, and the FOMO move is the last move, unfortunately the last move to 46k, and then, but again, it is not over, because it is not over because monthly time frame is not there. It is only halfway move. It is only halfway move towards the top, so we're not quite there yet. But it is the FOMO move. It is the FOMO move. Hey man, Mark Harris, how you doing, man? Auto reads got reckless cyclist backpack. Retail's back when 50k plus starts. Yeah, I think so. Maybe once we start getting to that all-time high, I think the retail will come in. The I was here photo when we were at 16k is the most epic thing on this channel. Yeah, I remember that. It's probably on Twitter somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I'm retail long 16k. A long mountain. So yeah, we down here, it is fun. Now, since the January 1st. Right up here, December 31st, January 1st, all the way up to the right now. This 5th December, but 31st January 1st, it's been a one move towards upside. Exactly up here on the 1st of January, it started going towards upside. Entire year it's been going towards upside, and now people are gonna FOMO in. They did not buy over here the fear. They did not buy the fear. They did not believe it's gonna break towards the upside. They got extremely anxious up here. They started FOMOing up here, but started going down. They thought it was over, so started selling, and it went down. It went back up here, and they were like, yeah, it's gonna go up here, so they bought up again, and then we had a big dump towards downside. And then over here again, they thought it's gonna go down, and didn't go down, and it exploded above the resistance level. Had the extortion pattern up here, because right now everybody is waiting for the pullback, because every single time there was a pullback, so now they think it's gonna be pullback. There are no pullbacks anymore. It has to go towards upside, breaks towards resistance level, goes towards the upside, continues a little bit more towards upside here, and it's game over, right? December 31st is pretty much game over, if not before that. So entire move up here towards the upside up here, right? it's pretty much game over. And what can we expect after that? Well, you know, some kind of consolidation towards the halvening, and then we see how it's gonna play out. Like we said before, we are a little bit unsure how this is gonna play out, but we still believe that, you know, for whatever reason, this can, you know, do this move over here, it can do this move over here, it can just, you know, do stuff like this and then go towards upside. We don't know how this next pattern is gonna play out, but what we do know is that we have a couple of, you know, targets up here. April 24, this is the halvening, right? So after halvening up here around December, January 25th, up here in February, there should be some kind of top. So we know that we are going to go down into the halvening, or we are thinking we're going to go down into halvening, and then after halvening, we're going to go to some kind of top over here, right? So I'm going to just do this up here and then, you know, explode towards upside. I'm going to do like this up here and then do this move. You know, is it just going to, you know, zigzag up here, continue towards upside? This could actually also happen, you know. You never know about these kind of things. But right now, Bitcoin is up. Bitcoin, the short time frame, is up 4.27%. And yesterday we said that once the trend is broken, it's pretty much over, right? So trend cannot be broken. And once the trend is broken, it's pretty much over, right? So what's happening here is that we are having this, you know, almost parabolic trend over here towards the upside right now. And once this trend is over, it's pretty much over, right? So you can see up here, we can start over here, you know, to draw the trend. And we can just draw the lines, and you can see up here the lines are not getting broken, they're getting steeper and steeper, and this is very important to any kind of parabolic move. What you're gonna notice on parabolic moves, the lines are getting steeper, but once this last line starts getting broken, that means that the trend is losing momentum. If the trend is losing momentum and is some kind of top, it probably means it's going to lose the second momentum up here and continue towards downside. Let's continue zigzagging sideways up here. But what we are looking right now, if you want to know when this move is going to end, right now you got to go all the way to 1 hourly time frame, because this is how these things work. It just goes too fast. And right now, I think there might be some kind of consolidation up here or something like that. But, you know, there is definitely right now another move coming up here. Wherever it starts going, there will create another line up here. And it will go into this line up here, hit that, and then it will break the line. Once the line is broken, then it's over. But as long as this parabolic move on the small time frames up here is not broken, because right now you can see up here, it's increasing the speed of the trend. It's increasing the speed of the trend towards upside. That's a parabolic move right now. And right now it's going to do this move up here, and it's pretty much over. Now, how high this move is going to be really doesn't matter. Whether it's 45, 46, 47, 48, 50K, how big this move is really doesn't matter. What does matter is that we do the move and then break the trend, and then it's pretty much over. At least the way I see it, right? But it does look on the small time frames as a parabolic move. So if you go a little bit out, zoom out a little bit up here, if you go to the daily time frame, you'll see up here that yeah, you know, even this line up here, I don't know how you're going to draw this up here, because this is actually very, very steep. Can you draw it something like this up here? You cannot say it's this line. I mean, technically it could be this line as well on the bigger time frames, and then, you know, slowly breaking this and then breaks this and then goes towards downside, right? But we don't, you know, when it comes to lines, we do not want to break the lines, right? Once you go in certain speed, you want to increase the speed towards upside. But once you once you start breaking lines towards, if you're going towards upside and you start breaking towards, you know, lines towards downside, that means that you don't have momentum. Parabolic moves cannot lose momentum, gain momentum, lose momentum, gain. You just have to gain all the way towards top. That's a parabolic move. So right now we are looking for this, you know, short-term parabolic move up here, or technically over here, this parabolic move towards the upside. And once this is actually broken, it's over, I think. Okay, but when the money starts flowing into alts strongly, one eye on Bitcoin D and the other eye on Bitcoin. So the big question, of course, is whether altcoins are gonna pump now. And to tell you the truth, guys, I do not know. I do not know. Like, we've been looking at Bitcoin dominance, and Bitcoin dominance is still keeping the trend. Unfortunately for altcoins, right? Still keeping the trend, wherever the trend is, right? The trend is your friend until the fat lady sings. Right? I've been drawing it like this over here, but, you know, it could be as well be drawn something like this over here. Let me see it up here. Yeah, so this trend is still intact, and we are looking at 200 moving average on the weekly time frame up here. and you can see that we are above 200 moving average. But here, you know, even previously up here we have come a couple of times above that 200 moving average, but eventually it pulled back. Right? And what we are looking for right now is the dominance to start going sideways, break the trend, and then hopefully there is an altcoin season. We don't know whether there's going to be altcoin season because this is not the top of the 2025 bull market, right? In 2025, once Bitcoin starts going up, you will see, you know, altcoin season once Bitcoin hits a certain threshold, and everything will start popping like crazy. But I'm thinking, like, if everything starts popping now like crazy, like, how are we gonna get everything to pop in 2025? Can we get it to pop 2 times? I don't know. And I think altcoins did already well. Believe it or not, I think altcoins did well. And it does look like they want to go. Like over here, like this is Cardano, right? And it is above moving average. It's consolidated right now, pumping. And I was just looking at this today. Can Cardano do the move up here, another 50% towards upside? I think it's definitely legitimately probable. Like this up here, there is no weakness in the price. It's above moving average. This is breaking the resistance levels up here. So can it do 50% move? I mean, when altcoins start pumping, they pump for real. It's not, I mean, if Bitcoin can pump 5% and 5%, I mean, why cannot altcoins pump 10 and 10 and 10, right? It's really easy to see. So, you know, seeing that, you know, can some altcoin do another 50-100% towards upside once Bitcoin hits 46k? I think it's very probable. It's very, very probable. Not only that, there is another thing that's actually quite bullish on altcoins. If you remember yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before that? Let's go to 1 hourly time frame over here. You know, every single coin had that. You remember? Yeah, that was yesterday, Monday. Yeah, Monday. So we started going towards upside. Bitcoin was exploding. Everybody was super happy, right? And then we got, what did we get, guys? We got the dumps. This is AVAX, 11% dump, right? AVAX got 11% dump. Phantom got like 13% dump. XRP was up like minus 15%. Now these dumps, these weeks, these springs are super bullish. And that's why I think that gives me hope that there might be, just might be, very nice altcoin pumpage once Bitcoin hits 46k. We are still in December. It's still very, very early. The date is not done. The 31st of December is not over. The year is not over. So everything up until the year end, because we have no other reason to believe anything else. So, you know, but it is kind of, what are you going to say? It is kind of FOMO pump, right? Because altcoins did pump already from the bottom. Like AVAX pumped like 185% already right now. So this last pump, although it might be very, very nice, it's like 30-40% pump, right? It already pumped like 3x from the very bottom. If you bought the fear, if you bought the bottom in October, September, right, you're already up 3x. So this last pump is only, it should only be the, you know, liquidity, exit liquidity pump. That's the way I see it. So if we do pump like 30, 40, 50% on altcoins, everything pumps like that, it is exit liquidity pump, right? The way I see it, because altcoins already did the pump, and that's why it's very important to buy the fear, and sell the euphoria, right? You gotta buy the fear. You gotta buy the bottoms. You gotta get in here because it slowly starts climbing. Slowly starts climbing. Climb faster, consolidates. And when everybody notices, you know, everybody notices this big fast move towards upside. And when everybody notices, that's when, you know, this over here, it's a sucker's rally. You know, it's sucker's rally. It goes up, yes, but you know, you're not getting the move. You're getting just, you know, the move. Yeah, just a little bit, right? And all the way up here towards upside, it's 260%, something like that. So I don't know if these lines are correct on AVAX or not. Where is the resistance? Yeah, that's the resistance up here at the top. Can you hit that? Also the doubling of the channel towards the upside up here. So, you know, something like, you know, 32 on AVAX for whatever reason. 3x analysis is nothing. Respect the bull market. We talk about 10 to 100x. Yes, we actually talk about 10 to 100x, and that is completely true. Unfortunately, that's in 2025. When we get the retail is not here yet. Bitcoin pumped 5%, but in purchasing power, Bitcoin price only remained stagnant while USD crashed 5%. It was really a pump. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. If it breaks line, draw another one that's not broken yet. Exactly. That's also a good way to look at it. TLI, I bring message from crypto YouTuber that does Elliott phase, and I respect almost as greatly as you. I would have been best for long-term price if Bitcoin not went above 43 for structure. No, I agree with him, but I don't agree on 43k. I agree on 46, 47, you know, 40, between 46 and 50k, not 43k. But yeah, it's good for structure. If Bitcoin doesn't break those levels, it's good for structure. It's very good for structure. It's very good for structure. I had a prediction of the Ethereum Bitcoin though. I had a prediction of Ethereum Bitcoin. And it's not playing in my way. Bitcoin is actually outperforming super hard Ethereum. I was thinking that Ethereum is gonna pump into the channel. It failed to pump into the channel. So the only thing that I have left right now, because over here, oftentimes these falling wedges, yeah, they go up here, they try to get, you know, they test and they get rejected. Or they get in up here and they go all the way towards top and get rejected. Or they break and they continue towards the upside. You know, how this actually plays out. But the fact we get rejected up here, the only thing that's left right now is double bottom inside. Okay? That's the only thing left. And now that Bitcoin is coming very, very close to this 46k level. Now the Bitcoin is coming very close to this 46k level. And Ethereum is creating this double bottom down here after this you know, capitulation phase out of the falling wedge. It just might be the case that Ethereum will soon, as soon as Bitcoin tops out, take over the lead and get out towards the other side. So let's see if this is the case, because if it starts, you know, dropping down here towards the downside, like, I don't know how far it's gonna go. I don't know how far it's gonna go. It's moon time, let's enjoy it. Prison, how you doing, man? Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. This was an interesting stream. It was, you know, almost 1 hour, but, you know, I want to chat a little bit about what's happening in Bitcoin, because a lot of people are excited about 44k. I'm excited about 44k, but I'm not as excited as I should be. And I have a little bit, you know, I don't know quite why. I should be more excited than I am, but I am unfortunately not. It's kind of, you know, somebody said it also on Twitter. They were a lot happier when we are down here, guys. And it is true. It is true. When we were down here, I was a lot happier. I don't know why, but when we are over here, I was happy. When I was over here, I was a lot happier. Even down here, I was a lot happier than I'm right over here. All of this place, it was like, because you know it's gonna go up, right? So you don't care if the price goes down, right? You know it's gonna go up, but you know where it's gonna go. But once you come to that level, once you hit the goal, it's kind of, you kind of get a little bit empty inside, and you think like, okay, what now? Like, what's next? You know, you kind of don't want to be over. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's kind of sad that it's over. I don't want to say it's over, because, you know, Bitcoin might be over, Ethereum and altcoins might not be over just yet, but it's gonna get pretty ugly. The only thing that I can right now, if my theory is correct, that we are gonna hit the 46k, the only thing that I can tell you that this part over here, it's gonna get very ugly very fast, and there will be a lot of FUD. And there will be a lot of, you know, bad news, and they will try it, because right now you can see that there are literally no bad news, that nothing is coming out, nobody's writing about anything. But as soon as they want to crash the price, and as soon as they want to manipulate the price down, if they are doing that, I don't know, if they are able to do that, if they want to do that, you know, there will come, you know, bad news about literally everything. Like your favorite coin, you're gonna bet your ass there will come some bad news that are gonna, you know, drop the price 20% in a minute, you know. And you gotta ask yourself at that point, is this thing dead? Because if it's not dead, that means there will be some kind of bottom and the price will recover eventually, right? You know, bad news are bad news, price pulls down, fine. But is it dead? Because if it's dead, it goes down to zero, right? It goes down to, you know, nothing. But if it's not dead, if it's gonna survive the FUD and everything else, then it will recover, like everything else. All the good things come to an end anyways. Enjoy the roller coaster. It was fun roller coaster, and this was actually a legit roller coaster, guys. This was a legit roller coaster. roller coaster, and it is very fine. But you know, I would like this actually to continue towards the upside up here. I would like to be wrong, and if I'm wrong, all good, because I got bags, no problem. But if it goes down here, it's gonna just get terrible again. Crypto is gonna be dead. Every Bitcoin is dead. You know, crypto Twitter is dead. Everybody's bored. Everybody hates Bitcoin again. It's just so much negativity. Like, I don't want to go through that again. You're thinking way too small, TL. The bad news that is coming is not crypto specific, but it might affect crypto, right? Just like last time. Think you underestimate the bet of the spot ETF. Bitcoin may hit 60 soon. I might be underestimating. I mean, this is all speculation, guys. This is all, you know, hocus pocus, you know, voodoo stuff. You know, we just, you know, talk out of our ass about stuff here. You know, these are just lines on the screen. They don't mean anything. It's just predictions, you know, Nostradamus kind of stuff. 8-ball, tarot cards, and the moons. You know, anything can happen. But the way we analyze the chart, the way we look at the things, I don't believe 60k right now. It would be nice. I don't believe it. Because the big question is up here. Because our theory was, we cannot let anybody buy in. Over here you could buy the dip. Over here you could buy the dip. Over here to buy the dip. And once we broke the resistance up here, you can no longer buy the dip. So why should we pull up here and then let you buy the dip and then go up? Buying the dip, pulling back, is for whales to get, you know, fill the bags at certain levels. But over here, once we broke this level, it's pretty much over. You know, we go towards the upside. There are no pullbacks. Everybody waits pullback. Nobody's coming to get you. Nobody's coming with the boat and say, hey man, jump in on the boat. We're gonna get you up here towards the top. There is no such thing. So when you come up here, like, you know, if you're gonna pull back over here, it cannot be just a slight pullback and then continue towards the upside. And we have a bigger than slight pullback, because slight pullback will just get you in, because you are already, you know, very, very bullish, and it will just pull you in, right? And we cannot have this over here right now. So the only thing that we can have is a move down where you think crypto is dead. You sell your bags that you bought over here and over here and over here and over here. You gotta believe that crypto is gonna die. You gotta believe that crypto is gonna do this move up here. And once you believe that, and once you sell, and once weekends are out, then we can do the move to 60k. That is when we can do the move to 60k. But you know, can we do the move to 60k right now? Because people bought FOMO bought up here. If they FOMO bought it, they cannot win. The guys that FOMO buy, they cannot win. The FOMO buyers are exit liquidity. Exit liquidity, you cannot take this exit liquidity and then push it all the way up here, because then you have to find another exit liquidity for the guys that are exit liquidity. You cannot have exit liquidity, you know, getting exit liquidity. Exit liquidity is there for a reason, and that's the, you know, to get these guys to get out up here. You bought down here, you bought down here, you bought over here, you bought here, 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 and here. This is your exit liquidity, right? So if these guys are not exit liquidity, who is gonna be your exit liquidity, right? Read a book how to stop worrying and start living. The bull is coming, you might as well use time to entertain yourself. We'll be fine. I've been thinking about that. And, you know, in the next bear market, I will, and I've noticed that every time the price is going sideways, or price is going a little bit down, I'm having a very good time. I'm doing some programming, I'm doing some other stuff, you know, I don't worry about the price, I don't watch the charts all the time, I'm living the life. It's actually very nice, you know. It's only when price pumps that I have to, you know, be on and follow what crypto is doing and watch every move on every altcoin, right? It's only then. But when price is doing nothing, like, it's good life, right? You do stuff. So over here, right now the price starts pumping. Over here I'll probably be doing living life, and then when the price starts pumping again, and you know, I'm gonna come back, and you know, it's gonna be very exciting times. But I've been thinking a little bit, you know, next bear market, right? This is bear market, this over here is bear market, and the next bear market I'll try to, you know, time the top, get out of the top, and do what Ivan Tech did. He went away and, you know, create a company. So, you know, maybe I'm gonna do that, you know, go away and, you know, start something new, and you know, when we are at the bottom, you know, start again, you know, the same thing over again, right? That might be the case, but you know, sideways, when you are low and price goes sideways, it's actually quite nice. You know, feeling is quite okay. Okay guys, thank you for sticking me by. It was interesting. I just had to, you know, talk a little bit about stuff. I hope, you know, you find this interesting. And, you know, check out my Twitter. And I'll see you guys another time. Hopefully. And as soon as we get to 46k, there might be an emergency stream. So, you know, do make sure to put notifications on. And I'll see you around. Okay? Take care, guys. Don't be the exit liquidity. Be the guy that buys the fear. Bye-bye.